Before we start, if you're new here, welcome. What I love to do is take a pause on every fifth episode and just do a real check in. So, raise your hand if work has felt heavy lately. Not because the job itself is hard, but because of how it makes you feel about yourself. If you've been questioning your worth, shrinking your voice, or carrying stress home with you, you're not alone. So let's take a breath together. Let's actually take a couple. Let's breathe in through our nose and exhale through our mouth. I want you to close your eyes and again breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Welcome to the Balance Recruiter, a slightly unhinged, definitely honest, and occasionally helpful space where we talk about burnout, balance, identity shifts, and why your to-do list still has 19 things on it, even though you've been working on it all day, in theory. Hi, I'm Chastity, professional plate spinner, recovering people pleaser, laundry dodger, and currently resisting the urge to book a runaway trip with my puppy and husband in hand to Carmel-by-the-Sea. Because honestly, an off-leash beach, dog-friendly restaurants, slow mornings, and pretending my nervous system will reset just because I'm walking through a charming town with ocean air feels seems to be extremely necessary right now. Never to escape life, but just to remember what calm feels like. If you've ever felt dismissed, overlooked, talked over, or like your effort doesn't matter, I want you to know you're not imagining it. Toxic environments don't always scream. I mean, let's be real. When you go to an interview, they're not telling you what's in the closets. They're telling you all the good stuff. How we're family oriented, this is a great place to work, we've won awards, all that fun stuff, right? You never see the crazy. Sometimes these environments whisper and they sound like, oh, that's just how leadership is. Be grateful you have a job. You're too sensitive. Everyone's burnt out and stressed. Oh, don't take it personally. Slowly, these messages, they start to change how you think. You begin to normalize things that shouldn't be normal. You work harder for less recognition. And eventually, you stop speaking up. I've seen this happen so many times. Or you start blaming yourself. You can also start doubting your worth. You normalize disrespect. You shrink your voice and you tie your value to approval. It's not just uncomfortable, this can be damaging. Toxic work environments actually rewire your body and mind. When boundaries are constantly crossed, your body starts to keep score. So you might start noticing anxiety before Monday or before your week starts, snapping at people that you love and care about. You start zoning out at home or in your personal life. You're constantly fatigued. You have headaches or tensions, and you start becoming emotionally numb. And that one to me feels really sad. Burnout isn't just exhaustion, it's prolonged exposure to stress without relief. So, whenever you're hitting that pavement constantly, you're just basically beating yourself down. And when the stress comes from leadership, the people meant to provide clarity and safety. And when I say safety, I mean psychological safety. This to me hits on a different level. It's deeper. With a toxic work environment, it can actually affect your home life. So this part doesn't get talked about enough. I feel like we're always talking about burnout at work, but to me, it's how does burnout affect your personal life, your home life, the place that's supposed to be safe for you and your family, the place that's supposed to make you feel like it's a sanctuary. Toxic work, honestly, it doesn't just stay at work. It shows up. It shows up in your tone at home. How do you say things to your loved ones? It's in your patience that runs thin, in being physically present, but you're mentally gone, in withdrawing from people that you love, in having nothing left to give by the end of the day. You might feel guilt. Why am I so irritable? Why can't I leave work at work? And why am I not myself anymore? It's because your nervous system has been in the fight or flight all day. You're not feeling at home. You're basically depleted. And that depletion truly deserves compassion, not shame. This is the hardest truth. When leadership dismisses concerns, avoids accountability, rewards overwork, creates fear based culture, and gaslights feedback, no amount of yoga, journaling, bubble baths, or self care will fix that. Boundaries don't mean confrontation. I'm not saying you should go over there and voice out everything that you think and dump on them. That's not what I'm saying to do. And you shouldn't. That's not nice. And it can come off unprofessional. Boundaries means containment. Sometimes protection looks quiet. Documenting patterns, limiting emotional investment, stopping over explaining, saying no without justification, emotionally detaching yourself, disengaging from unnecessary drama. I absolutely feel this is the biggest one. Preserving energy instead of proving yourself. And for a lot of people, quietly planning your exit. You honestly don't need to tell anyone. You don't have to make a big hoo ha about it. You just do what's right for you because it's preserving your energy instead of proving yourself. You don't need permission to protect yourself. So it's very easy to talk about, hey, if your environment or your workplace is toxic and you don't like it, leave. For a lot of people, it's easy to say that, right? It's easier said than done. So, what if you can't leave? Let's talk about the reality that many people live in. Because let's be real, it's easier to say leave and get out of there than actually doing it. Not everyone can quit. Not everyone can leave. Not everyone has options right now. But staying does not mean you're weak. It means you're navigating through constraints. Here's a few things to think about and some tips on how to survive without actually losing yourself. Number one, shrink the emotional footprint. You don't owe anyone or the job your entire identity. Do the work, not the self sacrifice. Don't overwork yourself. Number two, create micro boundaries. End on time when possible. Take your lunch and stop being always available. Number three, separate facts from feelings. Think this is a huge one because a lot of people are emotional. I know I am. I've been told that so many times. But you have to separate what's the reality, the facts, from what we're feeling. Toxic environments distorts reality. And not everything is about you, even when it feels personal. And that's something I had to remind myself. It's not about me. It's not about what I'm feeling. This is the facts. This is what it is. And the moment that I felt like I had clarity with that, it actually lifted a lot from my shoulders. It sounds so strange, but I can only control what I can control. And what I can control is how I react to things. But when I started becoming more intentional, it actually helped a lot. So try it. Number four, Build external validation. Support outside of work truly matters. It's who you surround yourself with, it's who you have in your corner. Friends, family, therapy is great. This podcast, your community. If you have an EPA available at work, truly use it. It's a wonderful resource to just talk to somebody who's non biased, who's going to be able to help navigate your thoughts and your feelings. Reach out. And a lot of companies have it for free, so why not take advantage of it? But as always, like I mentioned, you can always reach out to me. DM me, give me a comment, whatever it is. I'm here for you. And this community is too. Quietly plan your future. Not in panic, not in preparation. Hope is a form of self-care. You don't need to beat the tambourine or the drum and announce it. Hey, these are my plans. This is what I'm doing. Actually, that could be counterproductive. It can create more chaos, more drama, and that's not what you need. Keep that focus on what's good for you, your family, and truly your sanity. We're not looking for drama. We're looking for clarity and peace. So staying is not a form of surrendering. It's truly strategy. So that was a lot. When you think about toxic environments or behaviors, some of you may have been nodding on the things I have touched upon, or maybe it stirred something in your heart. But let's take a pause. Ask yourself, where is work bleeding into my home life? What boundary would protect my peace this week? What do I need to remind myself is not my fault? Awareness is the first reboot. You got this. If today's balance looks like setting one boundary, protecting your energy at home, or daydreaming about Carmel-by-the-Sea, strolling with your dog, breathing in the ocean air, and convincing yourself that mountain views and quiet mornings could fix at least one or some of this, that totally counts. Because balance doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes it's just choosing not to carry everything anymore. Thanks for hanging out with me on The Balance Recruiter. New episodes drop every week just in time for the weekend. Be sure to follow, share, and please leave a rating if this space helps you feel less alone. Remember that burnout is real, balance is the goal, and I'm somewhere in between, choosing my psychological safety over overgiving. I'll see you on the next episode.